Deductions that could save you some big-time bucks. Certified Financial Planner Joe Bert with Certified Financial Group joins us now to talk. Good to see you, Joe.
Morning, John.
All right, let's talk about some of these that you may or may not know about. First of all, moving expense deduction. Who gets this one?
Well, if you have to move to get a job or to keep your job and it's more than 50 miles, you can deduct those expenses. But the key is you have to be working full-time within 39 months of that time frame. So you gotta be sure that you're doing that. But you can deduct the cost of moving. You can deduct the cost of putting it in the van and getting there, but you can't deduct the meals to get to your new job.
But again, it's 50 miles. You can't work in Orlando and take a job in Maitland and say, hey, I'm writing this off.
You got it, John. You got it.
All right, the capital loss deduction. What is that, first of all, and explain how you claim it?
Now, what we're talking about here is capital losses against any gains that you have. Long-term capital loss versus long-term capital gains. Generally, one offsets the other. So if you have gains, you can offset against the losses. And if you have more losses than you have gains, you can carry that forward to the tune of about $3,000 per year going forward against regular income. So it's not lost.
This next one here confuses a lot of people. I keep track of it, but it still confuses me every year. The medical and dental expense deductions. All right, how do you actually claim these? How do you save money with those?
Well, these you got to claim it as an itemized deduction, and this is the expenses that you have to pay out of your pocket for, like the deductibles, or you go to the dentist for cleaning, and the stuff that you have to pay for that your insurance doesn't cover. Now, you only get this deduction if it exceeds 10% of what's called your adjusted gross income. What's your adjusted gross income? Your adjusted gross income is the amount of income that you report on the bottom line, the front page of your 1040. So it has to be 10% greater than that. But if you're over 65, you get a break, at least for the next couple of years, and it's only 7.5%. But you can see that it takes a lot of expenses. So if your adjusted gross income is $40,000, you only get to the extent of $4,000 over and above that as a deduction.
Yeah, good news, bad news. Good news, if you have a lot, well, you get a deduction. Bad news is you're in pretty bad shape in some cases. Joe, thanks so much. By the way, how can people find out more about you?
Just Google me, Joe Bert, B-E-R-T.
All right, Joe. Thanks much. Talk to you soon.